What is up, y'all? A7 Snipes here, and in today's video, we're gonna be simulating the career of LAMINE YAMAL until he wins La Liga, the Champions League, an international trophy, and probably the hardest of them all, the Ballon d'Or. And we have 5 seasons to complete these objectives. So let's get right into it. So around the end of October and the beginning of November, the Ballon d'Or winner is announced. So let's go see who won it. And the winner is Erling Haaland. I guess it was predictable, to be honest, because he had a good season with Manchester City winning the treble. So I saw this coming. But now let's continue with simming the rest of the season. So in the first season as LAMINE YAMAL, Barcelona ends second, right behind Real Madrid with 79 points. But we do win the Copa de España, beating Real Sociedad in the final 3-0, so it's our first trophy as LAMINE YAMAL. But of course, it's not one of the 4 objectives that we have. But hey, at least we won a trophy. And in the Champions League, Manchester City win it, beating Real Madrid in the finals 2-0. And we were eliminated in the round of 16 against Napoli. Seemed to be a close game, but it wasn't enough. And we do not win the Champions League this season. So in our first season, we haven't completed none of the objectives. So now let's move on to the second season. But before we move on to the second season, as LAMINE YAMAL, we gotta check how we did in the Euros, because I almost forgot about it. And we win the Euros against Netherlands, beating them 2-1 in the final, and complete one of the 4 objectives that we have, which is winning an international trophy. So we did it, let's go. So this can boost our chances to winning the Ballon d'Or next season. That being said, let's get on to season 2. So it's that time of year again, and we win the Young Player of the Year award. That's a W, let's go. But do we win the Ballon d'Or? And we don't. Vinicius Jr., the Real Madrid superstar, has won his first Ballon d'Or. I thought this year was the year, to be honest. So it's the end of the season, and once again we ended up being second in the league, 9 points away from Real Madrid with 89, and sadly we do not win the league. And in the Copa de España, we do not go back to back, and Valencia are the winners, beating Real Sociedad 2-1 in the final. We were eliminated early on in the Copa de España in the round of 32 against Almeria 3-1. That's a bit disappointing. And in the Champions League, our arch rivals Real Madrid win their 16th Champions League in their history, beating Milan in the final. And once again we were eliminated in the round of 16, but this time against Benfica in penalties. What a cruel way to be eliminated. Sadly, we didn't complete none of the objectives in this season, so now let's move on to season 3. So now the Ballon d'Or winner has been announced in the beginning of November, and let's see who won it. Vinicius Jr. wins it again and goes back to back, winning his second Ballon d'Or in his career. I guess it was obvious because Real Madrid won the Champions League and the league, and I'm guessing he was the MVP of the team. It's now the end of the season, and let's see La Liga standings. And sadly again, we do not win La Liga. We ended up second with 77 points, the farthest we've been from Real Madrid with 91, and it doesn't look good for us. But in the Copa de España, we win once again against Getafe, this time beating Getafe in the finals 2-3. Seemed to be a very close game, but we come out victorious. And in the Champions League, Real Madrid win again, this time beating PSG in the finals and go back to back as the European champions. This time we're eliminated in the quarterfinals against the finalist team, PSG 2-0. And if we take anything from this, at least we were eliminated in the round of 16. And of course, this year is the World Cup. And even though we've completed the international trophy objective, let's see if we can win the World Cup. And sadly, we do not win the World Cup, but Italy do, beating France 1-0 in the final. We ended up being eliminated in the semifinals against Italy. And for the 3rd place spot, we beat Portugal 3-0. So still, we haven't completed the 3 remaining objectives that we have, and we only have 2 seasons left. So let's go on to season 4. So now it's Ballon d'Or time, and even though we haven't had the best season last season, I'm still hoping we win the Ballon d'Or. And we do not. The 2026 Ballon d'Or winner is Erling Haaland. I wonder why, to be honest, because it seemed that Manchester City didn't do the best season, but hey, FC24 decided that he was a rightful winner. So now we have one more season for LAMINE YAMAL to win the Ballon d'Or, and I hope we complete it. It's finally the end of the season, and we win La Liga with 94 points above Real Madrid. Let's go! And we win the objective of winning La Liga. And in the Copa de España, Atletico de Madrid win it, beating Las Palmas 2-0 in the final. And this time we're eliminated in the round of 16 against the winners of the competition. And in the Champions League, FC Bayern Munich win against Real Madrid to become the kings of Europe. And once again, we came back to losing in the round of 16, but this time against Arsenal. Man, we just can't win the Champions League. And it also seems that we can't even get past the round of 16 or the quarterfinals. And also next season, it's the 5th season, meaning it's the final one that we have to complete all the objectives. Can we do it? And for the last time, we get to check who won the Ballon d'Or. And yes, we complete the objective. LAMINE YAMAL wins the Ballon d'Or. Let's go! And which was probably one of the hardest objectives to complete. LAMINE YAMAL, now the 20-year-old, has actually done it. All that's left is just to win the Champions League. But now let's go check if we won La Liga once again. And sadly, we do not win it. We don't go back to back as league champions, and Real Madrid take back their first place position. And in the Copa de España, Celta de Vigo are the winners, beating Villarreal in the final 2-1. And in the round of 16, we were eliminated against Espanyol 3-2. That's a bit shocking, to be honest. And now what is left to check is to see if we won the Champions League. Did we do it? I hope so, please. And no, we do not win the Champions League. Bergamo Calcio, known as Atlanta in real life, beat Chelsea to become the champions of Europe. And this time we were eliminated in the quarterfinals once again against a finalist team, Atlanta, losing against them 5-3 in aggregate. We just seem to not be able to win the Champions League. And to end off the season, it's the year Spain plays the Euros, and even though we've already completed the objective of winning an international trophy, let's see if we could go back to back. And sadly we do not, but England finally take it home, beating France 1-0 in the final. So congrats to them for finally winning an international trophy after many years. We were eliminated in their quarterfinals against Belgium, so it seems that we did not do good this time in the Euros. So now that we've completed the 5 seasons that we had to complete all 4 objectives, we only complete 3. Winning La Liga, winning an international trophy, and winning the Ballon d'Or. And the only one that haunted us was the Champions League. So overall, it seems that LAMINE YAMAL's career, at least in FC24, is going in a great direction. And I also won't be surprised if this reflects in real life. Comment down below if I should do the young prodigy, Endrick from Real Madrid, and simulate his career, and see if we can complete the 5 objectives. That being said, I hope y'all enjoyed. Like and subscribe, y'all, and I'm out. Peace.